Well, doctor at Spectrum Health is part of the ongoing Johnson & Johnson vaccine clinical trial.
We're learning about his experience and why he's confident in that particular shot.
Back in December, Dr. Liam Sullivan, an adult infectious disease specialist at Spectrum Health, signed up and was accepted into Johnson & Johnson's clinical vaccine trial.
They give you an injection and they don't tell you what you get because it's a randomized double-blinded trial. So they don't know and I don't know what I got.
Based on his body's reaction, Dr. Sullivan was sure he'd gotten the actual vaccine, not a placebo.
Day after, I got pretty tired for most of the day. I was just kind of, not feeling great. I mean, I didn't feel terrible, but I was just really tired as the day went on, and that kind of increased in the night. And then in the evening, I started getting body aches. Sort of had a little bit of a restless night of sleep, and I woke up in the morning with a low-grade temperature of around 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
That suspicion confirmed after Pfizer and Moderna got their emergency use authorizations from the FDA, and frontline workers were eligible to get those vaccines.
An investigator from U of M called me and told me that you did indeed receive the vaccination. And she said, it's up to you what you want to do. We would love it if you stayed in the trial, but we understand if you don't want to. And I said, hey, I'm going to stay in the trial.
Dr. Sullivan will remain in the trial for the next 2 years.
There's an app I fill out a couple of times a week asking me if I've had any COVID-19 symptoms or if I've been tested for COVID-19. And it's still, I have not had any symptoms at all. So I answer no on that every time.
Johnson & Johnson will also keep track of periodic blood work and any potential side effects.
They're looking at safety and how good the protection is and how long it lasts. And I think as time goes on and the clinical trials show that the vaccine is safe and effective and they release more data on that, there's no doubt that's going to help people feel a little bit better about these vaccines.
Dr. Sullivan says he's confident in Johnson & Johnson's protection and is hoping others will avoid vaccine shopping because, according to the data, they all help prevent severe illness and death.
They're all very, very good, and I think we should all be excited about getting any one of them because they're going to achieve the goal that we want them to achieve.
And Dr. Sullivan said Pfizer and Moderna will also be continuing their own clinical trials over the next few years. He reminds people that it's impossible to say if one vaccine is better than the other since the studies weren't done head-to-head. So he hopes that people won't get too bogged down with the different efficacy rates that we tend to hear about. So the important thing, he says, is that it prevents severe illness, hospitalizations, and death.
Yeah, and it's just about getting to that special number of 70% where we can start to get back to real normalcy.
Precisely.